All righty, here we go. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So excited to start the new year with you. Um, actually, be tapping. Actually, I encourage folks to tap along the entire time anyway. Let's go ahead and spend the entire time clearing. Um, but tapping on my nervous energy because I'm so excited about this. I have a number of things I want to share. I just hope we can get it all done in the hour that we have. I want to share a number of concepts, but of course, we're going to do a lot of tapping because that's what we do here. Um, just looking in the chat, and already there are a whole bunch of folks from all around the world. Let's see, Dallas, Las Cruces, what do we have? Long Island, Brazil, Pakistan, Arizona, Netherlands, Mexico, New Zealand. Oh my goodness. People staying up very late and very and getting up very early. Bergen, Norway. I visited there once. Beautiful, beautiful. Bosnia Herzegovina, Manchester, UK, Portland, Poland, Houston, Melbourne, Washington, Argentina, Louisville. Holy cow. Ireland, Salzburg, Romania, Quebec. My goodness, all around the freaking world. Thank you guys so much. I just love that we are able to come together from around the world and do this, gathering together to start the new world in a very powerful way. Lisbon, ciao from Italy, Florida, Canada, Hawaii. Okay. Slovakia, Pittsburgh, LA, Ohio, Switzerland. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Um, I really appreciate you spending the first day of the year with me. It is absolutely my intention to make it worth your while. I have, as I said, a number of ideas that I want to share. So that's how it's going to go today. Just give you a quick rundown of what we're going to do in the next hour. I have a couple of concepts that I want to share that I believe will be very helpful in helping you create a magnificent new year. Um, and I know many of you saw the notice asking people to share this with others on social media and in different ways, because it's my goal to get everyone in the world tapping. I believe so strongly in the power of this technique and what it can do for folks. And so that's why I ask people to share this. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click subscribe below. Um, and oops, sorry, real quick, gotta find the technical little things. Um, so we will, yeah, so we'll do that. So when I asked people to share this, I said there'd be a prize drawing. So we'll be giving away some prizes at the end. Um, yes, please hit the like button too. Um, I'll be giving away prizes at the end, and then we'll close out with a guided imagery, of course. And of course, there's going to be a lot of tapping. So I'll be sharing concepts, and we'll be doing tapping around that. And then right after this call, when this ends, roughly 2 o'clock. Um, then right afterwards, about 10 minutes afterwards, I'll jump on the VIP call. And so if you have not already joined the VIP, that the link is in the description box down below. And I'll also share it in the chat right there if you want to join. So the VIP call will be on Zoom. So I'll be working with volunteers. So the tapping rounds will be even more specific and even deeper on things to help you set yourself free to have the best year yet. Ah, yeah. So, with that, please go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And maybe go ahead and rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. In this case, 10 being magnificent. Fantastic. The version of yourself that you want to be throughout this new year. Happy, healthy, successful in whatever ways you choose to be successful. Personally, professionally, physically, financially. So 10 being, yes, this is my best self. And please don't judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allowing yourself to be aware of, okay, where is it? And what do I need to let go of to get to a 10? To move the needle towards a 10, what do you need to let go of from 2025 and even before then? Anything from the past that holds you back from being your most magnificent self, creating your most magnificent life. And just following your breath through your body. Notice what you feel physically, what you feel emotionally, as you think about these things that you might want to let go of. Notice any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that might come up. And again, not judging yourself for whatever number is there, just allowing yourself to be aware of that. Take a deep breath, open your eyes, and let's start this call by letting go of what no longer serves us, whatever we had been holding on to from 2025 and before, and step much with a clean slate, as clean a slate as possible into 2026. So go ahead and be tapping. And for anyone who may be new to tapping and have signed up for this and have joined us, if you're not aware of what tapping is, check the description box down below this video. You can find all kinds of information about that. But for now, uh, just tap where I tap and repeat back what I say. Even though I have some things to let go of, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have some things to let go of, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have some things to let go of, things I'm holding on to from 2025, and maybe even from long before that. And some of this stuff might be useful, and some of it's dragging me down. And I don't want to carry it into the new year. And even though I have some things to let go of, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who's contributed to this stuff. Because I choose to be that free. All this stuff I've been hanging on to. All this stuff that no longer serves me. I'm holding it in my mind. I'm holding it in my body. Part of me knows I don't need it anymore. Part of me knows it's limiting my happiness. Part of me knows it's limiting my health. But another part of me says, yeah, we need to hang on to this. I'm just going to save this for later. Just in case I might need it somewhere down the road. I have been taught to do this. I've been taught to hold on to things that are no longer useful. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that hang on to all of this stuff, believing that it's necessary. So what am I afraid would happen if I let it go? If I let go of these old resentments? If I let go of these old fears? If I let go of these old upsets? If I let go of guilt and shame? What am I afraid would happen? And I'm processing that fear. All this disappointment that I might have from last year. And part of me hangs on to that disappointment so that I lower my expectations for 2026. Part of me might say, if I released all of my feelings of disappointment, I might get my hopes up again. And that's just going to lead to more disappointment. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that are just trying to protect me from pain. And I'm processing these fears. What if I didn't have to feel disappointment? I mean, if I clear it right now, that means I can clear it again in the future. So it's safe to move forward. With all of this old stuff I've been hanging on to, all this uncomfortable stuff, all this extra weight in my backpack that tends to slow me down. What if it was safe to let it all go? And as I move forward into the new year, just take with me what's really useful. And then I have room for all kinds of cool things. Clearing this resistance to letting things go. All this fear of letting things go. All this fear that I won't know how to keep myself safe. All this fear that if I feel too good, I'm going to make mistakes. But when I'm feeling really good, I actually think more clearly and I make better choices. So it's good to set myself free. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like peace. I'm releasing what doesn't feel like love, setting myself free to move forward in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and just check in with what's going on in there. Um, Real quick, I'm going to share this graphic that I love so much. Just something to keep in mind. And go ahead and keep tapping while tap throughout the hour, either collarbone or tapping through different points, whatever feels comfortable. Um, as you go into this new year, keeping in mind, do I want to be moving the needle towards love and peace or towards fear and conflict? Because so often we get caught up in moving the needle towards fear, especially when we look at certain things on social media or the news. So hopefully, in 2026, choosing to move the needle towards love and peace as often as possible. Um, okay, so if you've watched any of my videos, you, you've seen David. I have Davids all over the place, and the reason is because, well, one, it's my favorite piece of art. Ever since the first time I saw it, I fell in love with it. It's just brilliant. But what I also love about it is Michelangelo said that the statue is already there, perfect inside the marble. And all I have to do is chip away what doesn't belong to reveal the masterpiece that's inside. And so that's what we're up to with tapping. We're with the tapping, we're chipping away what doesn't belong. Because that masterpiece gets covered up in that block of marble, which is made up of things like unworthiness and fear and doubt and all this stuff. And we hang on to that because we feel safer inside the marble. But ultimately, we want to chip that stuff away to reveal that masterpiece. Because in terms of creating a magnificent new year, who you say you are is one of the most important things. I love this quote from Epictetus. I shared this in a video the other day. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So, in terms of New Year's resolutions and goals and all kinds of things, what you want to create, who do you need to be to create that? Because so here, one of the most important questions you can ask yourself is, and I recommend asking it every morning, who are you? Who is that person that creates the life that you want to live? This is the way. So, um, have a little fun with that. Uh, oh, right. And go ahead and keep tapping, by the way, while I'm going through this concept. Um, Dr. Joyce Brothers said, you cannot consistently perform in a manner which is inconsistent with the way you see yourself. So when you look at what you want to create in 2026, I want to be healthier. I want to be wealthier. I want to be happier. You have to see yourself and know that you are that masterpiece underneath the marble. Because if you don't know that that's who you are, then the actions are going to be difficult. There can be a lot of friction. We clear the friction by getting clear that this is who you are. this most magnificent version of yourself. And oh, a couple more ideas. Keep tapping here. Just taking this all in. You become what you think about. And be careful about how you use the words I am. These are magic words. I did a video not long ago about this. Um, so think about who you are. I am someone who treats myself with love and respect. I am someone who takes care of my body. I am someone who is loving towards others. I am someone who, you know, does what it takes, who shows up. Use those words in a very positive way. Be very careful about saying anything negative after that. Always put something positive after there. I am magnificent. I am loving. And let's see, do I have? Yeah. And remember, you're not defined by your past behavior. You're not defined by your current circumstances. When you're looking at who am I, don't look at the mirror and see where you're at and where you've been and say, ah, that's who I am. No, that's what you've created based on who you thought you were. So we want to be more clear about that. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Go inside, and I want you to, following your breath through your body, just noticing what's going on in there. I want you to think about what you want to create in 2026. And I want you to imagine a full-length mirror, and I want you to see in that mirror that most magnificent version of yourself, with all the excess marble, with all the doubts and fears chipped away, seeing that version of yourself who does what it takes to move the needle in that direction. Again, at a 10, living life at a 10. Your most magnificent life, that most magnificent version of yourself. So look in that mirror and see that version of you who does what it takes to get the results that you want. Because if you, as I say, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. But if you always think what you've always thought, you're always going to do what you've always done. And in particular, if you always think about yourself the way you've always thought about yourself. So really looking in that mirror and seeing that best version of yourself. That version of you who lives the life that you want. And just allow yourself to be aware of, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much you feel that you are that person now. With that, please do not judge yourself if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to go, oh, okay, this is where I'm at. And what stops you from knowing that you are that person, that magnificent masterpiece is there underneath the marble? I could know that I am this person if ... And what stops me from knowing I'm this person, from feeling that I'm this person is ... And allow yourself to be aware of those beliefs and feelings that come up about why you couldn't or shouldn't know that you are this magnificent person. Why you couldn't or shouldn't feel it. Take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And let's do some more chipping away of what no longer belongs. I choose to be the best version of myself. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to be the best version of myself. And I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to be the best version of myself. And I know that might change from time to time. I don't expect to be perfect. But I want to be as good as I can be. And there are some things that get in the way of that, including some old misunderstandings about who I am. I choose to be the best version of myself. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved. Because I choose to be that free. I choose to be the best version of myself. That version of myself that makes things happen. That version that creates the life I really want. Sometimes I talk about things I'd like to have. I might even put them up on a vision board. And part of me inside says, "Who are you kidding? That's not the life that I can have." And I choose to clear that doubt. I choose to remember the truth about myself. I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. And there is nothing that is too good for me. I have a lot of old beliefs that say otherwise. I choose to be open to the possibility that those are misunderstandings. Mine or someone else's. There's a lot of people out there believing a lot of nonsense. And they've tried to get me to believe it. And sometimes I fall for it. Including a lot of old misunderstandings about myself. Like the idea that I'm not good enough. That I'm not worthy and deserving of the best. Total misunderstandings. I am worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. And there is nothing that is too good for me. And I'm allowing myself to know that. So I'm clearing the doubts. I'm clearing the fear of knowing this. Because part of me might say, if I really acknowledged that I was that worthy, if I really acknowledged that I was that awesome, I might get myself into all kinds of trouble. All this fear of the consequences. All this fear of who would be pissed off. If I started thinking I was awesome, Who'd be upset about that? Just people who doubt their own awesomeness. So rather than letting them drag me down, I choose to lift them up. Knowing that I'm awesome isn't arrogant. Arrogance is trying to convince people that I'm better than they are. Arrogance is trying to convince myself that I'm that good. When I know that I'm awesome, I can see it in others as well. And I can help them see it. It is a win-win situation. So as I start this new year, I choose to be the sort of person who knows that I've got what it takes, who sees their own awesomeness and helps others do the same. I'm giving myself permission to lift myself up. And then I'm in a better position to lift others up. This is who I choose to be this new year. And parts of me might be saying, no, I'd rather get on social media and tear people down. Because that's what all the other kids are doing. And it's not because I'm bad or stupid. I just get carried away with how other people are being. And I want to belong. And I'm processing all of this stuff. All of these reasons for stopping myself from being at a 10. All of these reasons for resisting being my best self. It's not that I'm weak or lazy. I just have a lot of old programming telling me how I need to keep myself safe. And because of a lot of the programming that I've gotten, being my best self doesn't always seem safe. But safety isn't guaranteed in this lifetime anyway. So I might as well live my best life. I'm choosing to live my best life. And in order to do that more easily, it helps to be my best self. I'm clearing any doubts about being that person. The potential is there. I just need to chip away what doesn't belong. Clearing away the doubts and fears. Clearing away the feelings of being unworthy. Any old ideas about not being good enough. And maybe I look at my past behavior or my current circumstances, and I say, this is proof that I am not good enough. This is proof that I'm not that masterpiece in the mirror. But that's a misunderstanding. I am not defined by my past behavior. I am not defined by my current circumstances. But those were the result of how I was defining myself. I can look back at poor behavior and see that I was doubting my magnificence. Probably wouldn't have done that if I really knew how awesome I was. I choose to love and forgive myself. For the unfortunate things in my past and my current circumstances. I choose to be compassionate with myself. Because I've done the best I could. Not the best that I'm capable of, but the best I could do at that time. With all of the questionable programming I had. And I'm giving myself permission to be free. Releasing the need to hang on to the past. Releasing the need to argue for my limitations. I'm allowing myself to recognize that I'm awesome. Part of me already knows that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tapping right now. Part of me is ready to acknowledge the truth. And to experience all the great opportunities that come with that. I've often looked at things that I want and maybe thought that's not for people like me. That just means I'm confused about who I am. I'm the sort of person who does awesome things and experiences an awesome life. I'm setting myself free to acknowledge my awesomeness in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside. Take a look in that mirror again. And maybe you see an even more awesome image in that mirror right now. Getting closer to the truth of who you really are. This magnificent child of the universe that you really are. This person who is able to achieve what you want to do. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. All right, oh, one more concept I want to share with you guys. So you've likely, if you've been around my work at all, you've heard that at the base, you know, at the base of pretty much all my work is this concept that the extent to which you don't have what you say you want tends to be the extent to which you are resisting it. I always come from that standpoint. So whenever there's something that I want, if it's not here right now, I always come from the standpoint there must be some resistance on my part. Now, I don't know for sure. There may be things beyond that, but I'm going to come from the standpoint that uh, it's resistance on my part. So, along with Michelangelo's David, you can also see in the back of my wall. I had the one of the other great masterpieces of Michelangelo is the creation of man, creation of Adam, right there on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And right in close are the hands. So I want you to really look at this. I did a video about this years ago about the gap, but I've really been digging into this, and because God's hand is outstretched, and Adam's hand is kind of limp. And go ahead and, by the way, keep tapping, either collarbone or different points. Give yourself permission to be using this whole hour to be continuing clearing, even when we're not doing a formal tapping around. Just letting stuff go, chipping things away. Um, so, looking at at the creation hands, and it's just so. First of all, I'm this is not meant to be religious. So even though it's a religious painting and this is God, let go of that for a moment and be thinking about that could be also represent your goals that you want to achieve that are there reaching out to you, and you may be not quite there. It could be your highest self. You could imagine that's your highest self there. So let's take an even deeper look at this. And right here, see if I can get this. This area right here, that's the resistance. You know, God's fingers reaching out. Whatever it is that we want is there for us. I have a video called What You Want Wants You. It's reaching out to us. And this is part of the genius of Michelangelo because he could have made the hands any distance apart, but it is the exact distance of if Adam were to just lift his finger, the fingers touch. He doesn't have to be reaching his arm out anymore. It doesn't have to be straining. It's not about extreme effort. It's just lifting that finger. And it's not about judging ourselves or shaming ourselves for that distance there. Just recognizing, oh, okay, that's a why not. The why not of whatever your goal is. Why shouldn't I have it? Why wouldn't it be safe to have it? What would be the problem with having it? That is all in this space right here, pushing the finger down. It's not laziness. It's not laziness keeping the finger down. This idea of, I wouldn't lift a finger. I wouldn't lift a finger to connect to my highest self. I wouldn't lift a finger to connect to. It's not that we wouldn't lift it. It's not that it's laziness. It is fear and doubt. It is resistance. And so as we get clear of that, we just recognize, oh, because of different ideas and programming I have, that's why uh, that's what's pushing that down. And that's why I'm tapping is to clear that. And so as we tap and we clear that resistance, that fear in that gap, we connect. Just keep tapping and take that in for a moment. Just take that in. If we just clear that resistance and have that freedom to succeed, that freedom to lift that finger, that freedom to connect with our highest self, with God, if that's what works for you, universe, source energy, your goals, clear that resistance and let that finger rise. Lift that finger. I was playing with the idea of all kinds of hashtags. Hashtag lift the finger. Hashtag cross the distance. Hashtag connect, touch. And also it's responsibility, recognizing that it's our responsibility. You know, if you have a goal, even if it's, you know, taking something simple like, you know, if you're sitting on your couch and you want a glass of milk, you know the refrigerator isn't coming to you. You don't expect the refrigerator to come to you. You know it's you getting up and making crossing that distance. And sometimes it's a greater distance. We don't may not know the distance between us and our ultimate goal. But you know, deciding that you're going to take responsibility for clearing what stands in the way, for closing that gap. And let's do some tapping on that. So I hope you enjoy that image. I had fun creating it. I now have it all around my house on my watch as a reminder. I have it right here to remind that that's the ultimate thing. Each day to get up and clear the resistance to connecting to my highest self, to connecting to my best self, to connecting to God, to you know, again, whatever that is for you. So even though I might have some resistance, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I might have some resistance, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I might have some resistance, stuff that keeps me from lifting that finger, stuff that keeps me from connecting with my best self. Stuff that keeps me from connecting to my goals. Even though I might very well have some resistance, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else has contributed to that resistance, because I choose to be that free. All this resistance, all of this old resistance, all this stuff that pushes my finger down, it's not that I'm lazy. When it feels like I wouldn't even lift a finger to get something done, it's because part of me can't lift that finger. Because of all the resistance pushing that finger down. All this resistance that stops me. Stops me from taking action. Stops me from making healthier choices. Stops me from being more loving towards myself or others. And I choose to be compassionate with myself. Letting go of any shame or blame. The gap between me and my best self is not because of some moral failing. It is not laziness. It's just all of these reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't connect. all this resistance, all this fear. And I choose to release that. Releasing that stuff at a cellular level, releasing it all the way back through my past. Back through all the times in my life where I may have somehow picked up a message telling me to lower my finger. Don't connect. Don't make contact. Even though that's where the awesomeness is. All this resistance to awesomeness. And it might sound silly, but that's what I've picked up. And now I choose to put it back down. Releasing this resistance. All these reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't connect. I choose to connect with my best self. I choose to connect with my goals and dreams. I choose to connect to Source. Releasing whatever might be holding me back. Setting myself free to connect. In body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. Close your eyes and just feel what's going on inside. All right, let's see. All right, so go ahead and open your eyes. Go ahead and keep tapping here. We're going to go into a guided imagery in a few moments. As many of you know, before I got into tapping, I started as a hypnotherapist. I started as an actor, and then I became a hypnotherapist, and then I got into tapping. But I still love doing hypnosis sessions. They're so nurturing for body, mind, and spirit. So I always like to end a live session with that. Um, After which we will then do the VIP session, which will be 10 minutes after the guided imagery ends. If you still want to join us for the VIP session, you can find the link there in the chat or in the information box down below. But first, I got to give away prizes because I promised the folks who were kind enough to share this far and wide to get more people interested in tapping. So we are going to do this. As you may have already heard, I have a program called Tap Into Your Best Life. It's a 12-week program covering a bunch of different areas of life, setting yourself free to live a better life. I am going to be giving away to someone, Tap Into Your Best Life, the version that I'm doing because I'm doing a live version over the next 12 weeks, starting next Thursday on January 8th. We'll be doing live. So that'll be Zoom calls where we come together and I work with volunteers to clear whatever stops us from being more successful in our relationships, being more successful in our health, in our careers, in our finances, things like that. So the first prize is going to be a tap into your best self, and so let's see. The winner for that is. So I have all the names of the people here who who shared this, so we're gonna spin the wheel. Drum roll, please. Tap into your best life. The winner is Yoshihara Horvath. Thank you so much, Yoshihara. I will be contacting you to get you registered for that. And let's see. The next prize is, I said, Tap into your best life. It's 12 online sessions and 12 live sessions. If you opt for the live version, and you can up level to my mastermind, which is also 12 weeks, and it's only 5 people. That's a very intense program. You find out more about that there. The next prize I'm giving away is a membership, a year-long membership in advance. This is my weekly tapping session. So joining me on Zoom every week and tapping through all the stuff that stops us from living our best lives. Tabbrad.com/advance. So let's see who the winner of this is. So that's yeah, advance. And oops, I need to find the first time I'm using this spinning wheel thing. I used to have a random number generator. So this is kind of a more fun way to do it. So the winner of a year in advance is Missy. And I will uh, so Missy, I'll contact you and get you enrolled in advance. And uh, and the last prize that I promised for folks, thank you, Angie. So some members of Advance that are here. The last prize that I promised is a private session with me. So the winner of the private session is one last spin. Isla. Alrighty. And I will be contacting you, Isla. Thank you guys so much for sharing this. I really appreciate you guys letting people know about letting know about this work, letting people know about tapping, and and if you would like more support with tapping to really start the year powerfully, please join me in Tap into Your Best Life Live over the next 12 weeks. Uh, and for those very few of you who want an even more intense experience, the mastermind. That's a 2 hour call on Thursday mornings with, again, only 5 people in that. So I work with everybody every session on that. Um, and you can find all of that information in that link down below. And oops, sorry, real quick. Come on. Just put in that link in the chat there if you want to join me for to just take a look at the program, Tap into Your Best Life, either the online program or the program with the 12 live weeks. Those will be at 1 p.m. on Thursdays, Pacific time. The mastermind is 9 to 11 on Thursday mornings, Pacific time. And again, you get the recordings if you can't make it live to each of the sessions. So awesome. So check that out. And now let us get into our guidance because we're already at the top of the hour, and I know the VIPs are going to be ready to start that session. And the VIP session is very much like advanced, where it's all on Zoom, and I work with volunteers. So if you have someplace you have to go, we're at the top of the hour. So thank you very much for joining me for this session. I wish you a very happy new year. Um, and if you can hang out for a few more minutes, then please go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower continues down over your body, flowing over the forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards: 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. And in this place, as you allow yourself to experience that beauty and that magnificence, allow yourself to remember that it is here for you as much as anyone else. Because you could imagine standing on a beach, watching a sunrise over the ocean, and you could be there with anybody else and you'd get the same view as anyone else. You could look up at the stars at night, and anyone standing next to you, no matter who they might be, you'd get to see the same view. And even right now, with each breath that you take, the universe says yes to your request for oxygen. That's the universe constantly saying to you, you are worthy and deserving. Take a big, deep breath and hold it. And let it go. And just notice that when you asked for more, the universe still said yes. Yes, you are even worthy and deserving of more. And just allow yourself to take that in as you allow yourself again to look around at the beauty and the magnificence all around. And allow yourself to say, I am worthy and deserving of this. And thinking about the things that you want to achieve, and say, I am the sort of person who does what it takes. Say, I am someone who takes really good care of myself. I am someone who treats myself with love. I am someone who sends love to others. You just feel this in your body, allowing yourself to know that you really are this person. And just imagining what kind of a year this person can create. Allow yourself to appreciate yourself for being here today to hear this, to say this to yourself on this first day of the year. Starting this new year, acknowledging that you are a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer, and willing to share your gifts and talents to make the world an even better place. Please and thank you. Allowing yourself to feel grateful to yourself for starting the year this way. And giving yourself permission to continue to set yourself more and more free to be the person who creates an awesome life. Just allowing yourself to feel all kinds of love and gratitude for yourself as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Feeling much more aware of your awesomeness and a greater freedom to share that awesomeness with others. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now I go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all of these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. And welcome back. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me for this, for starting this year with me like this. This to me, you know, it's an awesome way for me to start the year. I hope that you will take a look at the programs that I have to help you create an awesome year. Just put the link in the chat again, and it's in the description box down below. Um, tapwithbrad.com/best life 2026. And I will see the VIPs at in 10 minutes. So that'll be 222. Love those angel numbers. 222 here in California, 222 Pacific time. Um, and if you want to still join that, you can do so. Again, the links in the chat there, VIP. And awesome. I wish you guys the most magnificent new year. Thank you for being willing to clear what isn't your best self so that you can be your best self, share that best self with the world, and then create the kind of life that comes with that because you are worthy and deserving of that. Nothing is too good for you. And and then it means that you share all kinds of awesomeness with the world. Uh, please and thank you. All right, guys. Love you so much. Have a wonderful new year and